A lot of people are still looking for creative ways to get stops on defense in Madden 25 with abilities changing and ability AP changing, and even playing regs. Everyone is always trying to look for the best combination of players and teams to utilize to be a little bit more disruptive on defense. Now, in this video, I'm going to go over a technique that you guys can add to your defense today that is going to result in a lot more disruption, whether you are using abilities or not. Now, before I get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below, and hit that noti bell so you guys never miss an upload. And if you guys got nothing to say down in the comment section, just comment FTA. Stands for the algorithm, and it helps push these videos to more and more people. So there are still people looking for Madden help, and this is, this is going to be a very, very solid tip. Also, if you guys need extra help on the defensive side or offensive side, ebooks are down in the description. The 3-4 odd ebook is probably one of the easiest and simplest ebooks I have ever done. So if you guys want to advance your defense, that is going to be the place to do it. Same thing with the offense. Now, this technique is going to be something that no one has talked about, to my knowledge. I haven't heard anything about it. I haven't heard anybody speak on this. And it's going to be a technique that will disrupt even the best offenses in Madden. The technique that we're going to be talking about today is the double jam. Now, with switch sticking and jamming receivers, you can accomplish a defensive technique like this, where you are double jamming receivers in this game, resulting in two players kind of being taken completely out of the play, or just disrupting the timing of anyone's offense. No matter how good of a player they are, there is an alignment to every offense, and if you can jam two core players in that offense, this is going to be the result, and it's really going to create a lot of frustrating situations for your opponent if you end up being in the right offense, in the right defense, with the right blitz. This is pretty much based off of being able to have a solid blitz behind it, because if you're playing with a defense that you're not getting any kind of pressure with, it's going to work against you running the defense like this. So make sure you're sending this in formations like dime, some form of a nickel where you can send, that extra blitz package coming off of a different side. So when you're running a technique like this, you're going to be able to pretty much challenge whoever it is with a blitz while disrupting two receivers at a time, every single time. Very, 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 very frustrating. It's very, very annoying. Now, to accomplish this, we're going to call timeout real quick. You're going to call any defense in the game. It doesn't really matter. I would suggest that you find a solid 4-man blitz and sort of run with that. Now, it is going to be a little bit difficult to accomplish again, but I'm going to come out in dime, and I'm just going to come out in any zone, any default zone. So I'm going to come out in DB fire. DB fire is a very, very easy play to run. If you have the numbers on either side, you can pretty much take that play and go crazy with it. So we're going to go ahead and call this choice shallow dig play. Now, the way that you're going to accomplish this is you need to have one of the defenders above the wide receiver. So if I press my defense, one of the defenders is going to be right above. So right now, currently, it's him and this guy here. This is a lineman, so you're pretty much not going to want to do it with this guy. But I'm going to take this guy here since he's hovered right above the outside receiver here, and I'm just going to put him in a zone. Then I'm going to take this guy here, and I'm going to user him. You know what? To make it, you guys are going to actually be able to utilize it just like this too. I'm going to take Taylor, and I'm going to man him up on the tight end here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take Kuechly, and I'm going to hover him right above him. Now, it's going to be a little bit weird to see while I'm using two controllers, but in game, the instant replay that I showed you, which is this is what you want it to look like. You want to be able to jam both receivers. I'm simply going to tell you how to do it. And then if I can get a proper example using two controllers, it's very time based. So if I can get a proper example, I'll leave it in the video. I'm not going to cut it out. It's simply just so you guys can learn how to do it yourselves. So I'm going to go ahead and put my guy in whatever zone. This doesn't matter. And I'm going to go ahead and hold L1. Now, when you hold L1, the jamming animation that you get is going to look something like this. Look at how Kuechly is. And then right there, that's 4-man pressure right there. So that's exactly sort of what we want it to look like. So I'm going to show the instant replay. You're going to hold L1, and this is what it looks like right now, right? It's just one simple jam that ends up creating a lot of disruption because he ends up not being able to get off of the block. I believe the strength rating is what causes this to be a very, very good jam. So the stronger the cornerback or the stronger the wide receiver, excuse me, the stronger the cornerback, the stronger the wide receiver, the better or worse the animation is going to be. But this is typically what you're going to want to see, is this animation right here. So how do we do the double jam? So we're going to set it up the same exact way. We're going to take Taylor. We're going to man him up on the tight end here. We're going to do this. This guy here, this guy's hovered right above this wide receiver. So we're going to go ahead and just put him in a zone. And you can man him up too, by the way. The reason why I'm putting him in a zone is because you can switch stick off of these guys that are being jammed and then end up grabbing onto another defensive player, which is, again, going to make it so that the defense is extremely difficult to beat. So we're going to go ahead and jam this guy here. We're going to hold L1, hold our left stick down, right? You can hold L1 right here, and we're going to hold our left stick down, and then we're going to hold our right stick in whichever direction it is that we want to switch stick as soon as the play starts. So that's how you're going to accomplish this. It's going to be a little bit difficult to showcase in real time, but you're going to hold L1 or left bumper, and that's going to create the jam. And then you're going to hold left stick down, and that's going to create the jam right above the person that you're above. If you just hold L1, you need to wait for that receiver to run into you. But if you hold that down, you're going to be able to switch stick onto another defender that is hovering above another receiver, and you're going to be able to attempt to jam that receiver as well. So go ahead and attempt it here. Holding L1, we're going to hold down as soon as the play starts, because we don't want to get an offsides penalty. And then we're going to hold the right stick over down to around the 5 o'clock mark if you're looking at a clock. So let's go ahead and test it. So boom, we end up getting the double jam, and then we can go ahead and switch stick to another defender. That's exactly what I wanted to showcase. Exactly what I wanted. Well, it wasn't exactly, because we ended up not getting the best animation on this jam here, which would result in this guy being kind of wide open for you guys to throw it to. But again, whatever the stat is that helps jamming receivers, I specifically don't know which one it is specifically. It's not just press. Just a heads up for those people who think it is. It's not just press, but we ended up getting so much disruption with just 2 players that I was actually able to go ahead and switch stick onto this defender here to try to cut down and guard this. And if he throws here, we end up having our safety over the top to help with that. But watch how much disruption we get off of 2 players, and that's it. Our linebacker gets the disruption with the jam, and then this guy here ends up jamming two different players at once, and then being able to follow him just in case he ends up throwing a drag. We end up being able to click on and undercut it. And again, we still have the ability to switch stick on whatever defender that we want to switch stick onto. This technique, if perfected, will be one of the most annoying techniques to come across if you are a heavy passer. Because again, everything is timing based when it comes to this game. Your route concepts, your zig concepts, the bench pivot concept out of bunch formations is one of the most popular concepts in this game, because it's so easy to run with the zig and the drag, and things like this will end up disrupting that a lot, and it's going to end up making a lot of people's offenses very, very, very kind of shaky, because they won't have the timing down right anymore, because we're jamming them almost every single play. That is going to shake that's going to make your opponent see ghost. And then if you're aligning yourself doing the same sort of blitzing animation, so let's say like we're looping here, right? Let's say we're looping and they think that we're looping here, and instead we're just jamming the receivers while having better animations. Oh, that was actually perfect. I'll actually showcase the replay for that one, and that's how we're going to end the video, because it ended up working perfect. So the previous jam animation didn't actually jam both of them perfectly. This one, look at Luke Kuechly. He can't throw that route, and he also can't throw the other. Both number 1s cannot be thrown to. And look at the tight end route. If they ran this kind of concept, we have 2 players completely disrupting 3 routes. Excuse me. Completely disrupting 3 routes. Yes, this guy's open. We're not making any crazy adjustments behind it. We're simply just taking 2 defenders and jamming we're taking 2 defenders to jam disrupting the timing of 2 major routes in every single play. And that's gonna result in a lot of stops in this game and a lot of frustration coming out of the offensive player. My name is Pwny. Hopefully you guys appreciate this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, 2 fingers, deuces. Peace out, you guys.